It was supposed to be a night full of love and surprise, but it turned into something I'll never forget. A few weeks ago, I planned something special for my wife. We've both been busy, juggling work and raising kids. I thought it would be a nice surprise to give her a night out, just the two of us. I arranged for the kids to stay at my parents' for the weekend, an hour and a half drive away. It would be perfect. Usually I stay at my parents' till late, spending the day and leaving after dinner. But this time I wanted to get back early and surprise my wife. I made reservations at a fancy restaurant and planned for us to grab some drinks before. I was excited. By 8:30 a.m. I had left, and by 12:30 p.m. I was back in our neighborhood. That's when things got strange. There was a truck parked outside our house. I didn't recognize it, but I assumed it was one of the neighbor's visitors. No big deal. Instead of pulling into the driveway, I decided to park a few houses away and sneak in, quietly to surprise her. As I entered through the basement door, something felt off. The house was too quiet. And then I heard it. There were noises coming from upstairs. At first, I thought she might just be having some alone time, something private. I felt guilty for almost intruding, so I considered leaving and coming back in the usual way, through the garage. But then I heard a man's voice. My heart stopped. Suddenly, my world felt like it was crashing down. A wave of nausea hit me as I tried to keep calm. I couldn't think straight, but I knew I had to see for myself what was going on. Quietly, I moved up the stairs. The door to the living room was slightly ajar. The sounds were unmistakable now. I knew what was happening, and my chest tightened as I felt like I might scream, but I couldn't. I pulled out my phone. I didn't want to confront them yet. I needed proof, something to help me understand. I crept up to the doorway, just far enough to capture the scene on my phone screen. And there it was, my wife, with a man I didn't know. I recorded everything. I froze, standing in our kitchen as my phone showed me the betrayal unfolding in the living room. It felt unreal, like I was outside my own body, watching a nightmare. They talked about moving to the bedroom, unaware of the time they had left. The man left his pants in the living room, and when they went upstairs, I took pictures of his ID from his wallet. I left the house the same way I entered, got into my car, and broke down. Alone, I watched the video. I watched it again and again. By the time I returned home, I had made enough noise to alert my wife. She rushed downstairs in a robe, feigning excitement about my surprise. We sat together, had some wine, but all I could think about was the man sneaking out the back. I let her pretend everything was fine, while inside my world was crumbling. Since that day, I've watched the video countless times. I know I should stop, but I can't. It's like a punishment I inflict on myself. I haven't confronted her yet. I haven't told anyone. I don't know what to do. Every time I watch the video, I feel a little more broken.